the Ropes podcast.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't very nervous. I was actually like pretty calm. It felt like almost like any other time I stepped into the ring, except for. But when I did get into the ring, I was like, man, I don't even got a headgear on, you know. But I mean, it felt better for me because I felt more free. I didn't, my head didn't feel all squished up in anything. But no, I wasn't really nervous. I was well prepared. What can I say? We stopped it after the first round, so I think I was well prepared, and yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much to it. I was confident. I was confident in my work and the work my team and I put in during our camp, so felt good. Felt really good.
Yeah, no, I was able to see the fight afterwards, and I was like, man, done it like over in one round. Of course, people wanted to see you more, wanted to see what other skill set, but you got the job done.
Yeah.
So how soon can people expect you to come back?
Is it safe to say possibly next month or November?
Yeah.
We just kind of I'm letting my team handle that. Actually, I'm letting my trainer manager handle all that. So, but yeah, I mean, we're gonna be making a fight date announcement soon. Or when we get an official date, then we'll make an announcement. But I will fight before the year's over. That's guaranteed.
Did you envision the fight? Before you stepped in, how did you see the fight playing out? Did you think it was gonna go more rounds? Did you want to get more rounds in? Did you want to just make a statement and get him out of there as soon as possible?
It wasn't that I was trying to get him out of there as soon as possible because, it doesn't look good when you're trying to force a knockout. I just went in there. I did, I went in there very calm. I just went in there, paced myself. I looked for shots that were open. I looked for what was landing and what wasn't landing. I was surprised that I was surprised with what I was hitting him with that he finished the first round, and I thought we were gonna go into the second round. And I was like, okay, well, I know what he got. I'm gonna stop him in the second round. I'm gonna stop him this round, and then they came to the corner. They're like, nah, he's done. Like he's not coming out of the corner, and so I just looked up and I was like, all right, we got it.
Coach, I'm gonna ask you, what are some things that you saw in the corner that you were like, I'm liking what I see, and was there anything that you wanted him to work on? Was it not enough rounds to see?
Well, we went in there with the mindset that he was well prepared with the work we put into him and the long camps, and I was able to work with him on a lot of certain stuff. So when we went in there, I told him before we had after he made his weight, and I got his, him and I one-on-one, we were looking at, certain things that we were supposed to do that we're gonna do, and just take it inside the ring, and we had a plan. And I honestly, the way this kid was working and the people he was sparring with, I knew he was gonna get the knockout. I did tell him to pace himself, don't get overexcited, just work on the stuff that we were working on and listen to the instruction, and you're in the best shape of your life right now. You're only 17. Like he said, we don't try to force the knockout because it looks desperate. Just the speed and the power and the leverage and balance that you have, you just got to touch him and it's all over with. So, I mean, because he's strong. He's this really strong kid, and he was excited to be in there, and he showed me that he was really hungry for it. So I saw it in him. And yeah, I kind of wanted, everybody wants that knockout right away, but I did want to see him go like maybe another round.
Okay. Roxy, Nico, you guys were there. Did you guys feel a little bit nervous? Just, him being, family to you guys, just knowing that he was in there without a headgear. What did you guys feel?
No, I wasn't nervous. I knew he was ready.
Yeah, like I wasn't.
I looked at him. I was like, man, this dude's shredded. He's he didn't really look too nervous at all. He looked pretty calm in there. The only thing that sucked is we didn't get to actually go inside and watch him. So
yeah.
I had to watch him on the phone. No, we was there to support him, and I'm glad he got the W.
Roxy?
Oh, I thought that was just saying. No, but I already knew he was ready. I've been for weeks. I was seeing the work he was been putting in with the team, and I just already knew that. I felt confident. I wasn't worried. I wasn't nervous. I was more of like precaution because this is first time as a pro. It's way different compared to amateurs. But I knew he was gonna get the job done, so it wasn't a big worry to me.
What are some things? What are some of the messages that you told him before the fight and then after the fight?
Well, I mean, the work was done for Alon, and before he left to the fight with the team, just reminded him like he did all the work. It's like the work's done. It's just go in there and just show the world, show the world what you got, and he did exactly that. And it was just, to me, I'm a huge boxing fan. I love boxing, and what I saw in that ring that day that night, was fantastic. It was just awesome. I mean, just like Coach G was saying, that I wish I could have saw more rounds just for the fact that I just wanted to see that performance longer. But I mean, got him out of there, uncontrollable. Great performance, really great performance. I saw there.
They say that you never forget your debut. So, Alan, what are some of the things that you remember the most about this debut?
Honestly, where I was like, I kept seeing it in my head, and I kept telling her, I was like, I'm just gonna see it. It was touching him with the jab and then going with the straight right to the body. Because I don't think there was one time in the fight where when I threw it, I missed it. Like, it landed, boom, and then the straight right to the body. But I won't forget the feeling of drinking my Pedialyte coconut water after weighing in. If you saw the weigh-in, I won't forget the weigh-ins because and not in a disrespectful way or anything, but it was funny because he was kind of imitating me, and it was funny because when we got there, he was on the phone with somebody. He's like, yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna fight, da da da. And he's like, this kid brought his mom. He's like, this kid brought his mom. He didn't even bring his trainer. He brought his mom, and we're just like, all right then,
You'll be crying for your mama tomorrow.
You sure did.
And so yeah, I mean, what people don't know is we got there, we were waiting. The weigh-ins took a long time, but it's pro boxing. We got there like an hour before I was supposed to fight. They had us just sitting there, and then they took us to the locker room, and then they're like, oh, you guys got 10 minutes to get ready. You're up in 10 minutes. And we're like, what? Up in 10 minutes? So she wrapped my hands. She wrapped both my hands as quick as possible. Threw on my uniform, laced up, all in a matter of 15 minutes. And I was warming up and everything. I was already warmed up. And they're like, oh, the power went out. And so, I was already, sweating, right? And I was, ready. And I was like, they're like, the power went out, so you got to wait. We're like, okay. And so we waited. And they're like, all right, back, the power's back on. So we started warming up again. They're like, oh, you got to wait. We moved your fight. And we're like, okay. So I sat back down. And so I warmed up 3 times. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it was all worth it. But
it was worth it because the reason why they stopped us from being the first fight because there was no air time. And when they saw us meeting and warming up, the promoter says, I want them on camera. And they had a little discussion. He said, I don't care. I want him on camera.